Hello there. In this video, I want to show you real quick how anyone, right, can extract the source code that are hidden behind any Google Earth Engine web application that are published. So once the Google Earth Engine web application has been published, the user or the creator rather have transferred part of that rights to Google, and Google makes this source code available to the public, and that is what is happening at advancement, right? We want to innovate, we want to create, we want to see what has been done, so we can make changes, we can also improve, and that's really good. However, I'm not. I'm going to put a disclaimer here. I'm not saying you take people's code and use it no without their information. No, I'm just showing you how you can understand the source code behind those beautiful web applications we see out there. So we're going to get started, right? So the first thing you want to do is to find the web application that interests you. Those applications are published by Google, and I have several of them. I've seen interesting. These are not mine. I also have mine, but I want to understand what is going on, right? What's the message, or how was this coded behind the scene? So this is an example source where I normally check for latest web applications. I love this creator site, and I can see several of them: modify area unit problem, characterizing agricultural productivity. There are several of them there. Painting with slope, and I like this one. It's called the water slider. So I'm going to load this water slider and see. And I don't know how the mechanism here work, but it looks like I can see terms like adjusting water occurrence frequency. And if I play with this slider, I'm going to see that the areas here are beginning to change. I don't know if those areas are the flooded areas. It looks like a flood extent. And as you can see, we see that the main river, right, the main tribute of the river, right, have the blue, and then outside we see that the color begin to change, and we can see as I keep adjusting the slider, we see lesser flood, seems to me, but I'm not sure because I didn't build this application. However, I want to understand the source, right? How was the user able to do that, right? So what I need to do here, to do this, I have developed a Python script, a tool that can get this for you, right? And that tool, I call it the Google Earth Engine app to source code. So that has a simple name, Google Earth Engine app to source code, right? So you just need to get the package. So the package you need to install is called the GEArt. You can use the PIP on notebook, so you can get the Python equivalent, or you can use the conda forge approach, and then you can also update it if it's asking for update. I added this. So those are the packages. These are the same package, but different ways we can install the GArt package. And then we can import the library. The main library here is the GArt, and then we have other libraries associated, the argument parse, and also the sub process. So this is the heart of the code, and I just use a simple function, right? I define a function that takes the URL input and also takes the path, right, where you want the output file to be solved, as well as the output file name, right? And that is basically what I did there. You can play with this code and you can see, but basically you need to, I made this user friendly, so the script is going to ask you to put in, so you don't need to do the changing in the scripts, just run the script the way it is and follow the command, because I'm taking an input argument that asks for the Google Earth Engine app URL, as well as the asking you for the file path where you want to be saved. So we're going to go back to, so I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to start to restart my kernel. I'm going to run it. Restart my kernel, make sure everything is fresh. So I run this, import my library, since I already installed the library, so I don't need to install library again. So I'm just going to run the libraries. So that's good, that's run. And now I want to run the heart, the script itself, right? So this is the function that takes in the URL and gives you the output. Very simple. So I'm going back to my app, and I'm going to copy the URL again, just in case I have altered it. And then I run the script. So it's going to ask me for, you say, yeah, say enter the Google Earth Engine application link, and that is what I showed you here, the input. So I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to run enter. So it's asking me enter the output file path. So this is important. You need to put the full file path. Even though you're working from working directory, you still need to specify the paths to the script. So I'm going to go back because I know where this is found in my notebook. So I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to say, let me see it. So it's found here. Let's see. Okay. I copy it. Nope. Let's see. Just make sure that I'm getting it right. So I'm gonna do Control C. I copy the parts. I go back to my code, and I'm gonna try to paste it. So I need to put the name. So the app was called the water slider. So I'm calling it the water slider dot JavaScript, and I'm gonna hit enter. So give it a minute. So this is going to retrieve, the script is going to go in there, retrieve it, and then I should see the water slider appear here when the script is done. Usually it takes a few minutes, and I think it's done now. So we see the water slider is already added, right? So we can find the script. And then I'm going to go back to my directory to find it. So I have the water slider here. So I'm going to try to refresh it and see. I'm going to do right click. I want to open it with notepad and see. Let me see, open with notepad, and I have it open in the next window, and that's here. So now I can see what the user have done here. It looks like a very simple script here. So I'm going to copy this script. I'll copy this script, and then I'll go back to go to my Google Earth Engine, open a new Google Earth Engine, say code.editor, code Earth Engine, and I'll open it, and I'll paste the script. When I paste the script, I'll try to run it and see. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the script. So we see the script. This is the script. You see the same code, the same script, everything works the same. Right, so this is what the user have developed. So we can see even advanced script there. So everything here is hidden. So from this app, any app I found now, this is the app. I can use my Python tool to extract these the JavaScript behind the Google Earth Engine web application, and then I can copy it and use that to run and it, and then I can inspect. Now I can inspect and see what's going on, right? What are the changes? They're using the global surface water GRC dataset, and trying to now I can study this. So I hope this is helpful. If you want to have access to this, you can go to my my GitHub account, and my GitHub, I have already published this in my repository, so you can see it here. It's called the GE app to source code. So when you go into that GE app to source code, you can see the notebook, and this is a notebook. And pretty much the notebook is straightforward. It's just a simple notebook, and you can. I say, please, you may distribute, but do not modify without consent. So I appreciate you reach out to me if you just need to modify this. The beauty of this is with this script, you can take in multiple web applications and just keep iterating. And if you know the URL, you can serve it in, and it could give you all the source code to the web applications. And this is beautiful. Within minutes, you have your source code to work with. Hope this helped. Please, thank you very much for your time.